Hey everyone, Retire on Dividends here. It's time for another estimate video. So up next is Group B, which is led by NVDY. So let's get to the calendar first and see what's going on here. So Group B is up. They will declare on December 4th, right, which should be the Wednesday. And then ex-dividend date should be the Thursday like normal, and then pay date should be the Friday, December 6th. YieldMax actually has not updated, it doesn't look like it, at least from what I see, the 2025 calendar, but I assume they will in due time because, especially after this payment, Group B is up next in 2025. But, it's not hard to figure out. It's always 28 days after the next one. So anyway, Group B is up. So let's talk about them. Let's go see what the heck they're going to pay. So we're led by NVDY. So let's scroll over and see what these estimates are. Should I zoom out? Let's get the appropriate zoom function here. All right, that should work. All right, so NVDY is first. NVIDY's the big one. So before I even give my estimate, which you see, it's $1.55, which may change. As you know, I love to change estimates during the video. I'm going to go here. So I track NVIDY, obviously. This is how much income they made, at least as of now. Again, they're declaring Wednesday, so anything can happen Monday and Tuesday, as we've seen in the past with other funds. Synthetic income, they have 122 million. Short call income, they have 26 million. So that's a total net income of 148 million, which actually comes to 277 per share in total income. All right. So take that into consideration. Also take into consideration they paid out $1.02 last month, even though they made 219 per share. And these are my numbers. I'm not saying they're 100% accurate, but this is what I calculated. So it was a little surprising to me that when they made 219, they paid $1.02. So if they make 277, that tells me like they're definitely not going to pay $2, right? They're definitely going to pay over $1, but they're definitely not going to pay $2. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. So if I go back to the spreadsheet, $1.55. Again, I didn't want to give them like $1.25. I just felt like that was way too low. Because again, it doesn't reflect it in the gains per share. Keep that in mind too. These other funds, when I look at them, I'm using the gains per share. And if I use that for NVIDY, I wouldn't really give them a high grade. But since I tracked them, I know they did make synthetic income in the past. So like I said, I think they're going to pay $1.55. I think they should at least pay that, right? Because they did good. They held back a little from the prior 4-week cycle. And, 79% yield, they're due to have a decent yield. I know their IV is so damn low. It's 36%. So this could be, realistically, don't be shocked if they pay like $1.10, right? That may happen. But I think they can handle $1.55 and, just get a little highlight going, put them at the top of the list, and we'll see. But who the hell knows? Obviously, the price is at what, $25, $25.26, so $1.55, would not really even hurt the price. All right, let's move on from NVIDY. FBY, I gave them 57 cents. Let's see what they made for the month. They went up 4 cents for the month. They paid 83 cents last time, and their IV is 25%. So I'm only giving them 57 because they paid 83 cents last time and then 92 prior to that. So, their IV is 25%. And as you know, these funds typically try to yield what their IV is. So I'm going to give them a 38% yield though, because, historically they paid much higher. So 57 cents will be my estimate for FBY. JPMO, they're pretty boring. Last two payments, 37 cents, 35 cents. Let's see how much they went up for the month. They actually did go up. They did go up 38 cents in price. That's nothing drastic to make me change my mind. So I'm going to keep them in line with what they've been paying. So I'm going to give them a 34-cent estimate, which is a 23% yield. Their IV, their 30-day IV, is 18%. Up next is probably the worst fund in YieldMax, and I hope they drop it. It's Murney. Their last two payments were 37 cents and 40 cents. Let's see how they did this month. I mean, absolutely horrible. They went down $1.49 in price, so I really don't know what... I don't even want to cover this one. It's just embarrassing, but I mean, we'll see. Maybe they'll recover. You never know. I gave them 31 cents, which, to be honest, look at that yield still, because the price is so damn low. But again, they paid 40 cents last cycle, and the price wasn't fantastic then either. So I'm going to give them 31 cents, which is a 72% yield. Their IV is 69%. So their IV remains high. So obviously when they're doing options, they're making high premium. However, this fund's on the downward, so which also means they're probably winning their calls. So that's good. All right, GDXY. They didn't really have a good month. They went down 71 cents in price. They're at 15.74. That kind of sucks, actually. Their prior two payments were 60 cents and then 48 cents. So I'm going to stay in line with their prior payment and give them a 46-cent payment. That's a 37.99% yield. Their IV is 32%. All right, up next is BABO. Hey, BABO, you've been slacking, man. Their last two payments kind of scattered, $1.29, and then they dropped to 82. I think they're going to continue to drop because if you look here, they went down in price. They went down $1.82. So I'm going to give them 62 cents. That's probably lowballing. I mean, yeah, they're still at, 18? They could juice it up a little. But their IV is 32%. The guesstimate yield, it comes to 43. Should they pay 70? No, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it at 62 cents. But I wouldn't be surprised if they give 70 cents or so. All right, PLTY. Now, this one, honestly, I don't know. I didn't know what to do on this one. Maybe you guys can help me out. But last 4-week cycle, they paid $2.20, and that was their first payment. So I got nothing else to judge it by. But look at this, man. They went up $9.87, okay? So taking that into consideration, right? They launched in, October, right? They launched in, we have that date over here. They launched in October 8th. They had one payment, right? So I did do some research. So I went here. I go to here to check the holdings. PLTY has a $60 synthetic, all right? That expires 2/21. So if they launched October 8th, all right, what was the price then? All right, so I went here, October 8th, it was 41.45, right? So obviously, they moved their synthetic from 40 to 60. So it's, they made some money on the synthetic. There's no doubt about it. The question is, when did they make that money, right? Based on the last payment, when did they move that synthetic? Probably after, right? So they could have done it in stages too. So this could be anywhere from $3 to $5, to be honest. So since I did not know what to do, I gave it a $4 payment. I figured I'd play it safe. Because as you know, if we go back to SimC, right? SimC had a really good month the prior month, and their first month, they paid $5.35. So don't be surprised if PLTY does $5 just to, get the name out there. But I think they'll, at the same time, maybe they learned something from SimC because SimC, the underlying dropped to hell. So maybe they regret paying that $5. Who the hell knows? But either way, since the fund jumped up $9.87 per share, I mean, you got to give them at least half. This is not even half, but I'm not giving them 5. I'm giving them 4. Again, don't be surprised if it's 3. Don't be surprised if it's 5. I don't know. I need you guys to maybe that'll be the key word. What the hell is PLTY paying, right? But anyway, I'll give them $4. $4 is a 77% yield. That's an implied volatility. They have implied volatility of 49%. So am I lowballing? Maybe. Anyway, last but not least, let's go to dips. How you doing, dips? Well, you kind of suck like all the rest of the inverse. Wow, they started out. Oh no, that's the total distribution. No, they paid 68. I cut off I hid the prior distributions up to the weeklies. since we're all on 4-week cycle now. So let's just blur out the rest. So they paid 68 cents and then 61. I'm going to give them a big drop down to 47 cents, which is a 43% yield. Their IV is 36%, and they did go up for the month. They went up 63 cents. So, it's just, they got, what's the price at? $13.93. They got no right paying 61 cents again. So I'm going to give them 47. Will they probably give them 50, high 50 cents? Probably. But who the hell knows? We'll see. So those are my estimates. I didn't talk about, how much these funds have recovered since the prior payment. Again, so I have a recovery rate. What does that do? It takes, again, those gains per share, and it compares it to the prior distribution, which is over here. Where is it? AP, right? AP. So what is this? This says that's the gains per share. So this takes BA divided by AP. Okay. So since the prior distribution, NVDY has negative recovery rate, negative 41.06%, not good. FBY only recovered 4%. JPMO recovered their prior distribution in whole, plus an additional 8%. The next three are in the negative, very bad. Murney, GDXY, and BABO, but again, they didn't have good months. PLTY, as you saw, they recovered 4 times over. DIPS actually recovered 100% of their distribution, so that's pretty good. So yeah, that's the recovery rate on that. And also for YieldMax and YMAG estimate, they will pay based on Group A's payment. So as you know, I do an estimate. It's kind of automated based on that group's yield and how much, what percent of YieldMax or YieldMax they are. And as you can see, cell A13, they are 25.93% of YieldMax. So I will give them a YieldMax estimated distribution of 26 cents. Typically, my estimates come out to be a little higher. So again, that could be probably, I don't want to say plus, but probably minus like 2 or 3 cents. All right, the YMAG payment, it comes out to be a little higher. Obviously, they do have two funds in here, but what is it, Tesla and GUI, but Tesla's obviously the one with the big payment. So that's why YMAG is showing a nice chunker right there, 29 cents. But, to be honest, probably expect like 27 or so. But either way, as a YMAG holder, it'll be nice to have a YMAG payment bigger than a YieldMax payment, because YieldMax's been whooping that ass lately. So it's been whooping everyone's ass. It's been doing very, very well. Even though it's got some shitty funds, within, it's still doing well, which is surprising. So anyway, my estimate for YieldMax based on this is 26 cents, and then YMAG 29 cents. If it continues to be lower than what my estimate shows, I should probably multiply what I have by like 90% or so to get an actual, a better estimate. All right. So moving on, we'll continue the recovery rate journey. I'll do Group A since I'm already up here. Again, I finally fixed it. So you see AY1, cell AY1. I now listed, this is the last ex-dividend date. So the last ex-dividend date for Group A was 11/29, obviously last week, which was, I believe, the Friday, actually. So this is the open Friday to the close Friday, right? So Tesla, although one day they recovered 26%. I mean, hell yeah, nice day. OARC recovered 17%. GUI recovered negative 17%. That's not good. Zomo recovered 11%. Ybit 2%. Snoy negative 2%. TSMY, what a day, man. What a day. They recovered 72%. And as usual, these inverse funds suck. Crash negative 39%. So, but again, that's, it's one day. So we can't really even look at that, to be honest. But all right, so we'll go to Group C. Group C is a little deeper. Their last ex-dividend date was 11/14, so we're 17 days in. I did add that now too. So Nefli has recovered 95% of their prior distribution, so good job there. Coney, 37% their recovery. MSFO, negative 31%, not good. AMDY, negative 14%. PP, they recovered 22%. That's not that great, but it's not negative. Abney, they recovered 20%. Fiat, negative 11%. And Ulti recovered 20%. Come on, Ulti. Let's step it up here. Come on. You only got to because they're up next, right? So you want them to recover 100%. But Ulti, again, you're not going to see these big jumps in Ulti. We're going to see, for the most part, it's just going to chill, right? It's going to pay us a high-ass distribution and chill flat. That's what I'm expecting. So if people think Ulti's going to jump up to 20 bucks, I mean, we got to get realistic, guys. It ain't happening. So if it stays flat and pays us a high distribution, then let's be grateful. I'm happy with that because I feel like that's its job. All right, moving on. Last but not least, we have Group D. This is the most popular group by far. Their last ex-dividend date was 11/21, 10 days in the making. Aptly recovered. They recovered 110% of their prior distribution. Good job, Aptly. AMZ, they recovered 12%. Disso, they recovered 39%. Squee. All right, that was a little better, right? Negative 23%. AIYY, they recovered 44%. Oh my God, Misty. Well, they were up so high in price. So what do you expect? Negative 219%. So that's a little rough month. SMCY, and that actually reflects in the numbers, right? They have no income so far in this cycle. So unless they cash out their synthetic, you might get a small ass payment from Misty. SMCY, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Nice recovery, 117%. YQQQ, you're actually in the positive. Oh my God. They have recovered 33% of their distribution. So yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. So, so that's the recovery rates. That's the estimates. What else? We can talk about house money, but we know who has made house money, right? Who has paid you back 100% of the investment? We know it's NVDY, right? We know it's Coney, and we know it's Misty. Misty is actually the leader. Misty has paid you 120% of your original investment. NVDY and Coney are at 117. So, I mean, that being said, Misty, I officially give you the GOAT crown. I won't even call NVDY the GOAT anymore. All right? At least when I'm doing this video. Now, as far as the others, who's up next? Tesla's at 72%. That's pretty much it. I mean, I guess Squeeze at 66. AMDY is at 62. But Tesla should be the next one, unless they, do awful. But they should be. But you never know, man. We'll see. We'll see how the others do. But that's where we're at with house money. One thing I haven't covered in a while, the underlyings. Because, guys, when you look into buying YieldMax funds and you look at the YieldMax funds price and you think, oh my God, that's expensive or that's cheap, it doesn't matter the price of them. What matters is the underlying, how is that valued? Is that towards a low? Is that, is that overvalued? Is that undervalued? And I'm not saying time the market, because I sure as hell cannot do that. But you just, it's nice to have an idea. Is the underlying closer to the 52-week high, or is it closer to the 52-week low? And what I do here is I just tell you the ones that are close to the 52-week low in case, you may consider that a discount in buying, the ETF. So let's take a look at Group A. And honestly, Group A, they're all at the high. They're all closer to the 52-week high. This is their underlyings, by the way. Their underlyings are all closer to the 52-week high than the low. So that's not good. No discounts there. If we go to Group B, Murney is 5% away from their 52-week low. But, we know Moderna has not done well. I don't follow them. I just, me personally, I would want no part of that. But you guys do what you want to do with that information. All right. Up next is BABO. They're 40% away from their 52-week low. I'm not buying BABO. But again, BABA is close to the low. So if you're interested in BABA or BABO, there you go. Group C, what do they got going on? AMDY is 18% away from their 52-week low. Now, if I were to pick one, that would be it. Because, I consider them, and I don't know anything about these damn chip stocks, but to me, they're like the baby NVIDIA, right? I feel like, isn't the NVIDIA guy related to the AMD guy? But whatever, man. they're 18% away from their 52-week low. And then all these other chips, I feel like, they're up so high. But why is AMD so low? What's their price? 137. Their 52-week low is 116. Their 52-week high was 227. I mean, that's ridiculous. So maybe this is a discount. Who the hell knows, right? Who the hell knows? The market's going to market. So we can't, we're not here to time stocks. We're here to make premium from options, which pays us a distribution. And that's it. But if we were to time the market, it is nice to know what's closer to the low than the high. Anyway, up next, ABNY, Airbnb or Abney. They're 43% away from their 52-week low. I personally, I want nothing to do with Airbnb, but it just seems like it'll be bye-bye sooner or later. But what do I know? I have never used it. I don't even know anyone that used it. So it's just not something that, maybe maybe it's doing well. I know, I'm assuming people use it, but I would have no desire to, utilize that versus like just getting a hotel. But who am I? Anyway, moving on. I'll stop giving my super opinion. Speaking of super microcomputer, we know they're near their 52-week low, right? 14% away from their 52-week low. I mean, look at their 52-week low, $17. Good God. I mean, that is brutal. They're at $32 and they were at $122. So what do you do with this one, man? They're having troubles. The auditor, is this still a discount? As SMCY, the chance? If you asked me, if I was to pick whoever's at towards the low, I would pick SMCY and AMDY. But I'm a degenerate, right? I want the ones that have a better possibility to rise high. So you guys do what you want, right? Obviously, the safe bet is always YieldMax and YMAG. But, you do you. I wanted to just give, some information, my opinion. And last but not least is I'll look at the IV for these funds and see, like, what is worth trading, right? So let's look at anything above 50%. Tesla's not even above 50%. And when I say Tesla, I mean the underlying Tesla. Ybit, okay. Ybit still trades Bitto, to my knowledge. They have a 63% IV, so that's good. Moderna is at 69% IV. Who else we got here? Fiat, which trades Coney. So Fiat and Coney, 77% IV for coin. Misty, obviously, always the high IV. And at SimC, Misty, 161%. SimC, 121%. So really crazy numbers there. So, all right. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's the whole video. I'm going to recap my estimates. Here are my estimates. NVDY, $1.55, 79% yield. FBY, 57 cents, 38% yield. JPMO, 34 cents, 23% yield. Murni, 31 cents, 72% yield. GDXY, 46 cents, 37% yield. BABO, 62 cents, 43% yield. PLTY, again, this is the tough one, but I have $4, 77% yield. Dips, son, 47 cents, 43% yield. Okay, don't forget YieldMax and YMAG. For this week, YieldMax and YMAG, I have an estimate of 26 cents for YieldMax and 29 cents for YMAG. For next week, for YieldMax, I have an estimate of 19 cents and YMAG, 25 cents. So that's it, guys. That's the update. That's the estimate video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. It does go a long way. Yeah, no goal with likes, but just hit the like button if you like it. Please, it's not that hard, right? If you're driving, wait till you obviously get to your destination, and then, you can watch it again too if you like. That's up to you. Questions or concerns, leave them in the comments below, and I will get to it at my earliest. As always, none of this is financial advice, guys. I am not a financial advisor. You know that. Of course you know that. This video is, like every single video, is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, we will try again next week at the next estimate video. All right? And that's all I got. So we're at the end of the video, so it's time to talk keyword. So for those of you new to the channel and you made it to the end of the video, what you have to do is you have to say the keyword in the comments, and that way not only myself but the community knows you're a trooper and you made it through the end of the video. How did you do that? We don't know, but you did. So that being said, if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you gotta say the freaking keyword. And today's keyword, yeah, I'm sorry again, guys, I'm making you work, but I need some help with PLTY. What the hell are they gonna pay, right? I'm saying $4. They jumped $9.87 in price. They definitely rolled the synthetic. So are they paying closer to $9? Are they paying $5? Are they paying $6? Are they paying $3? Are they paying $2? Who the hell knows? We need some help here. Let's get these estimates out there. So do some work, right? Have some fun with it. What is PLTY paying? That's the key word. And if you don't want to participate in that, then say, who the hell knows, right? Or who knows, or question mark, or I don't do that, or homie don't play that, or whatever you choose. But anyway, that's it. I got to get going. Let me post this video so it hopefully launches in due time. But yeah, today's keyword is, what the hell is PLTY paying? Is it $4? Am I right? Do you care? Do you own PLTY? Does anyone own PLTY? Anyway, I'm out of here. I just want to say, as always, thank you for watching and have a great day. Later.